This is Constant Elevation, the show for rising Air Force and community leaders who seek to define the future. Learn powerful work and life tactics to tackle any challenge. I'm your host, Gabriel Gabrock Avila. Let's go. What's up, everybody? Gabrock back on the mic once again. Hope you guys are enjoying the midpoint of September. Again, happy birthday, Air Force. That was last Friday. We're moving into some interesting times. Moving into the fall, weather's getting a little bit nicer, and enjoying it. Just kind of changing of the seasons and changing of lots of things. And this week's episode. So I try and actually schedule out like a bunch of my interviews or my topics that I have, and sometimes things fall through and it's not that big a deal, but today is going to be an exercise in Freestyle Session. That's going to be the name of this episode, basically because I had an original interview set up and it fell through for it doesn't really matter, and now I'm just going to freestyle. And I sat and I took some notes for less than 3.4 minutes and decided to talk about a couple things that that's on my mind. Part of it is to keep the streak going. Like, it's the idea of when you have a podcast, just for those who are interested in, if you want to start a podcast, the idea of just having consistent content can be intimidating. But it's also just it puts you in that creative space. Like, just figure out stuff to talk about. What's on your mind? What's been going on in your life for the last week? And then just produce content. I don't overthink it, and I just try and figure out a way that I can express and share some leadership principles and stuff going on in my life that could reach out to the various members of the audience. And so for the Constant Elevation, again, Freestyle Session going down on whatever day this is, September 24th, 2020. So here we go. All right, first things off, shout out to all the recent E5 selects. Through the power of social media, I can see that a lot of young airmen that I've worked with are ascending into the NCO ranks, and I think that's awesome. There's definitely those airmen that I have that I've seen from Alaska, Hawaii, everywhere that I've worked. Them getting in have staff sergeant names. That's a great time. I think hopefully I see them. It's a great time for them. Just the idea of being called Sergeant something, or something, you're a sergeant, your last name. I think it's a very, very proud thing. It was definitely different when I turned to captain. That was okay. It was a little bit different, but then definitely when I turned to major, that was definitely a different kind of, when you're transcending certain tiers and you're going from the Airman Corps, junior enlisted to still junior enlisted, but into the NCO Corps. That's a significant event. So shout out to the staff sergeants. I hope you guys carry that energy forward. And I'm looking forward to see how you guys are going to be taking care of the airmen under your charge, whether that be a small handful or several, way more than I had when I was a captain or whatever it is. You guys and girls out there have a large amount of responsibility, so don't screw it up. But I'm very I'm very confident that you won't screw it up, and it's going to be some good times out there. So again, shout out to all of the E5 selects. I'm still going through my mind as far as the fact that I'm releasing my new book, No Pressure, But Don't Mess This Up. So just kind of some insider info. Originally, the name of my book was going to be No Pressure, But Don't Fuck This Up. And between myself and my editor, we decided to go against that because we felt like the market was saturated as far as having, there's a lot of catchy book titles that are using that kind of language. And I was like, well, I don't want to be necessary. I want to carve out my own thing. And so I left it to No Pressure, But Don't Mess This Up. And the title was inspired really when I was a younger CGO and I was doing things, getting set up for a general, trying to figure out some briefing that I had to do. And I had to make sure, it was actually the AFCENT commander when I was deployed. And I had to make sure that I got it all ready. And my colonel came in, he was like, hey, so no pressure, but don't mess this up. And the way he said it to me with that deliberate pause, I was scared out of my mind. Luckily, I nailed it, but that's beside the point. The idea of just having the when you reach certain kind of positions within the Air Force, especially as a squadron commander, you can possibly get caught up in the bigness of it all. But don't worry about that. I just need you to do your job. People just need you to be the commander that you're supposed to be, that you want to be, versus the commander that people expect you to be on this this high expectation of stuff. You're picked because you're supposed to be you. If you want to be a genuine and authentic leader, that's the kind of people that I want to. That's the kind of leader I want to follow, and that's why I wrote the book. And so, if you're interested, please by all means pre-order it now, and then you can actually. I'll start mailing it out the end of this month or early next month. Like I said earlier, different change of the weather. So I like it. I've been getting more into my running game. Today, when my son was doing soccer practice, I actually did a 100-meter repeat workout. And so 100 meters, sprint, 30 seconds rest times 16. So a total of 1 mile that I actually ran. They vary between 17 seconds and 19 seconds. I don't really know if that's, I got to look at my times. I don't know if that's fast, but like it sucked. And so, but I felt good. I felt good putting the work in. And then tomorrow morning, I'm going to be coaching at Revival Fitness. Bam. And it's going to be if you're watching the video anyway, that's why I did bam. I'll be coaching tomorrow morning, and I'm looking forward to just getting back to one of my elements, right? I love coaching. I love coaching fitness. I found my niche in the athletes of Revival Fitness and the coaching staff. Luckily, they have accepted my unique coaching style, and I'm very, very thankful for that. But it's all about just making people enjoy their life, enjoy that 1 hour that they can kind of, if you want to call it, distract themselves or just worry about just kind of working out. And it's going to be a good start of the weekend doing that Friday morning kind of workout. And I'm very, very happy that I get to control the radio, and I also get to control exactly what kind of workout we're doing tomorrow. And so it's going to be some good times, but I do take very seriously my role as a coach. I don't go in there and just kind of lollygag the whole thing. I'm very particular. I listened to the latest Ben Bergeron Chasing Excellence podcast. It was like the top 10 mistakes that CrossFit coaches make, and it was great. It was just a whole thing of I'm not above learning new things as a CrossFit coach. I need to make sure that I'm staying on my game, just like I'm not above being I need to be a good officer, I need to be a good dad, I need to be a good husband, all those things. I just want to continuously find ways to become better. I want to constantly elevate because that's what the name of the game is about, right? Never resting on your laurels and always trying to get better about what you can do. Doesn't matter what role you happen to be in at that point in time, just do better. Just do better. So I'm looking forward to coaching tomorrow morning. First, as far as work kind of stuff, looking forward to expanding some of the ideas, right? We have this new, I'm going to be still heading up this operation assessments cell and seeing how I can flesh that out for my boss and really adding some continuous process improvement to JFHU Doden, and I think it's important. We get so caught up in just putting out fires and doing those things, we never necessarily measure and assess and learn from the mistakes and the good things that we've done. And I think based on my position on the team, I can carve out a small team to inform the larger team and make actually our operations a little bit better. And so by all means, as a fledgling operational headquarters, we're still learning how to get it done, but a lot of people are dependent on us, and I want to make sure we're doing it right. And so looking forward to that challenge. I think there is I'm not heading into the end of September and then October. So October's, when you get into holidays, especially for the military personnel or federal employees, whatever, there's some built-in like breaks, right? And so the next one that we have coming up is Columbus Day. And so as far as like a long weekend, whatever it is. So I already have plans for my Columbus Day. It's getting a tattoo. Another one. It's going to be awesome. I won't tell you exactly what it is. If you want to check out, for those who know me, they know I'm a fan of tattoos. I've gotten one. I have received a tattoo every single time that I've moved, and so this is going to be the first one that I have for this PCS. And so I have a large amount of tattoos, and I have a lot of real estate I need to cover, and I'm looking forward to this one, and then getting another one, and another one, and another one. I know my kids, they'd prefer that I would stop getting so many, but I do what I want, and I'm going to keep on getting more. So looking forward to that on October 12th. But keeping on with the personal stuff. Today I woke up early. It was kind of nice and cool in the morning. Again, that changing of the weather. And so if you weren't tracking on my Instagram account, I have been every week. I do a thing called my Aloha Aina walk. So Aloha Aina in Hawaiian just means love of the land. And I'm very particular about making sure I take care of my neighborhood wherever I happen to live. I try and be a good neighbor, as far as like if someone needed help with something, if I see someone struggling with something, I'll go over there and help them. Or if they're doing yard work, I'm usually free labor, so I'm good with that. But the idea of really taking care of the land, the nature that we live in Baltimore and Maryland, wherever, we don't live in Baltimore, but in Crofton, like it's very urban, right? And so it's just a lot of people, a lot of buildings, stuff like that. And what that means is a lot of trash, unfortunately. I don't know why, because people are assholes, that's why. And so I take one day out of my week, I take 1 hour of my week where I walk a 2-mile loop just on one of the neighborhoods that I really close to where I live, and I pick up trash. take my own garbage bag and I take my own gloves and I just kind of turn on a podcast and listen to music or whatever it is, and I just pick up trash just to try to do my part to keep our neighborhoods kind of clean. So this morning I picked up 3.2 pounds, and then for the total of 2020, I've picked up 187.4 pounds of trash. I'm gonna say that again. In the year 2020, with all the shenanigans going on, I've actually still picked up 187.4 pounds of trash. Again, nobody's paying to do me. I'm not sponsored by any of that. Kind of stuff. I'm just trying to do my part to take care of our land, take care of our Aina. Maybe that's a local boy in me, but like I'm very particular about taking care of the environment. And so doesn't take more than just my hands and walking a little bit, and I get the shout outs. Sometimes I get some highs from some aunties, and other people just kind of honk the horn or whatever it is, give me some props. So I just like the idea of just helping cleaning up our neighborhood, because this is where I live and I want to do my part. So I think more than likely at this trend, I'm going to hit 200 pounds next month. Like probably before Halloween, I will hit 200 pounds. That is sad. Right? That's sad. That the fact that I picked up more than 200 pounds of trash in this year by myself. And so a lot of people are doing a lot of great things out there. And so as far as trying to take care of the environment, I'm just trying to do my part. And so if that inspires you guys to take care of your own neighborhoods, by all means, that's awesome. Tell them however you got the don't even tell them that inspired you. I just want you to do it. I don't really care, because I think just taking care of your neighborhood, taking care of the Aina is something we all need to take responsibility of. And so, but yeah, just trying to find new ways of helping people. That's what I continually try and find opportunities, try and find the right, any inspiration that I can help myself, help my family, help my community. I just want to, I want to stay positive. I want to stay positive of all things that's going on in the world, because we need that. You need a lot of people out there to just kind of raise things up, and because it's really easy to find the negative things in the world. You can find that in the internets, in your social media, in your whatever things that you're consuming of information. You can find those things to trigger you and just get you riled up for just like getting angry. And there's a lot of stuff that I'm angry about too, but I'm also trying to take things into the positive route. And how do I find those opportunities to help people understand that, like, I just want you to lead with kindness, lead with aloha, live with aloha. Just being a better person and not being an asshole is going to make this world a much better place. And so it doesn't take anything significantly complex or like a large, difficult obstacle you need to overcome. It's just having that innate kind of sense within yourself that, like, no, I just want to be a good person. And what can I do today? Maybe that's saying leading a fitness class because I get that opportunity to have someone get fit so they can play with their kids and just feel better about their health. Maybe I can expand something at work because everybody's just frustrated of doing the same things over and over and over. And so I can add some humor. I can cut up a little bit of things, but also do my job very, very well and make sure I improve operations. Taking my son to soccer and being there, having really a lot of good times with my family. We're eating dinner tonight and just kind of cutting up and looking forward to how we can hopefully scare the shit out of our son, because he's really not a fan of Halloween. So we have to do something about that. Oh, we do. So, but all those things are just things that I look forward to every single day when I wake up. And so I hope you guys are on that same wavelength, right? This is a random episode of I call it the Freestyle Session, but it's just the thoughts going into my head, because can't stop, won't stop. There's a lot of positive things we could do in this world. We could do it by ourselves. We can do it together. And I hope that you guys find your way. If you need someone to talk to, you can hit me up. Just find my contact info at constantelevation.co. More than happy to share with you any kind of experiences or recommendations that I have. And let's get after it. Moving into September, moving into October. It's almost fall. It's almost. I'm not a huge pumpkin spice latte fan, but I like the Christmas time coffees. It doesn't matter. I just like regular coffee, but whatever. It's fine. So again, Constant Elevation audience, didn't really. I sort of had something ready for this week, and then it didn't happen. So now you get Freestyle Session. But let's go. Peace.